Hello everyone, I'm Avtaars and welcome to the part 4 of our dal series, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Once you brought your pulses to boil over the high heat, I tend to turn the heat down, or patience is what the word is here, because what happens is when you put them onto the high heat and when those pulses are bouncing in the pot, what that causes it for the dal to become very mushy. And I remember my mom used to say the longer it takes to cook, the better it will taste, and it is actually true because you can't rush with any food. Keep an eye on them to make sure you are getting the right consistency. Now when you are boiling dal, the rule of thumb is add 3 times the water. Once it's boiled, keep an eye, and you may end up adding more water later on, like depending on what you're going to use it with. For example, the mung dal, you're going to use it in the salads. You do not want it to become very mushy because you want to keep the whole grains, and you may not need to add additional water at that stage. Let it get cooked in the moisture, so you are not throwing away the essential nutrients. When you're going to add additional water, always add hot water. Do not add cold water at that stage, because what happens is something has been simmering away and the temperature is nice risen. You go and add cold water into it, that will reverse the cooking process. Now what you will, particularly this dal here, mahandi dal, every now and then you will get grain underneath your teeth which is still uncooked. That is what actually causes it. Be patient with it, let it simmer, keep an eye, stop stirring it throughout. Now if I was to cook these 3 together now, it will take me 15 minutes. But if I'm cooking half the quantity, if I'm just cooking one of this, I have to be more patient with it because it is less. So it doesn't mean that it'll take me 10 minutes. I have to let it cook for the same amount of time, because the more quantity sometimes is take that much quicker to cook it. Like I said, there's no hard and fast rules with what combinations you can have, but you will have to bear in mind if you're actually combining the whole dal with the split dal, obviously it's going to have a different kind of texture. Some of them, the combination also depend on the cooking time variations as well. When you're cooking whole dal, this will take longer. Particularly those, they tend to take longer time, at least an hour. Depending on how you're cooking, these tend to cook, if you're cooking them on their own, these will cook sooner. But if you're putting them together, at least an hour. You may want to combine, that is another very popular combination in Punjabi households, maa chole di dal, and again it will take at least an hour to cook, although the chole are split. But remember, we are not soaking them here, so an hour easily. You also have mungi chole. These cook very fast, so sometimes what I tend to do is wash these and put these on for boil, and then go and wash these others, so there's like few minutes gap as well, and then add those on. Otherwise these will be very mushy. The other one, which is a popular combination, is mungi masar in the whole form, or you can have mungi and masar in the split form. So this will take half an hour to 40 minutes, or even less. Half an hour is the most it will take to cook. Again, depending on what kind of textures you like yourself at the end, and what kind of look you like to see. You will be able to tell when you pick dal up with a spoon and it will be flowing nicely, it's dropping, so then it's cooked. And if it isn't, water is still separate, that's not cooked. When you can see the grains separate and the water separate, it's still undercooked as well. And on that note, I hope you've enjoyed this talk about dal or pulses or lentils or legumes or beans. I hope you find this information is of help to you, and until next time, God bless you all. Bye bye for now.